Hello dinar investors and currency speculators. In this video, we're going to break down some major news from news hound guru Pimpy about Iraq steadily regaining its sovereignty after years of sanctions and restrictions. According to Pimpy, Iraq is already reconnected to the SWIFT banking system and is working its way through the process of rejoining the World Trade Organization. The guru states that it's just a matter of time before they remove all restrictions on the Iraqi dinar. This is hugely bullish news for those hoping to one day be able to freely buy and sell the Iraqi dinar through normal banking channels. Let's dive into the details and analyze what Pimpy's comments could mean for the future of the Iraqi dinar investment. SWIFT banking system. First off, Pimpy notes that Iraq is already back on the SWIFT global financial messaging system used by banks for transfers and transactions. This is a critical first step, as it allows Iraqi banks to communicate and exchange data securely with institutions around the world. Being disconnected from SWIFT was one of the major sanctions imposed on Iraq's banking sector after the fall of Saddam Hussein's regime. Regaining SWIFT access paves the way for easier international money flows in and out of Iraq's banks and financial system. Rejoining the WTO. The next key milestone mentioned is Iraq working its way through the World Trade Organization to potentially regain full membership. The WTO is the global authority that governs rules of trade between nations. Iraq had its membership rights nullified back in 2003 due to the regime change and sanctions, but in the past couple of years, they have restarted the lengthy accession process to rejoin as a full member of the 164-country organization. Full WTO membership would mean Iraq adheres to the WTO's rules and regulations on trade policies. This corporate seal of approval from the WTO could provide a stronger legal framework to attract more foreign investment into Iraq's industries and economy, removing investment restrictions. But the comment from Pimpy that has dinar speculators most excited is his claim that it's just a matter of time before they remove all restrictions and we can start buying them. Iraqi dinars, through the banks again. Currently, there are still heavy restrictions and a lack of available channels for buying Iraqi dinars through normal banking services, at least in the United States. You typically have to go through specialty dealers and high fees to get physical dinar notes. If Iraq continues down this path of reopening to the world and meeting global financial, trade regulations, it could theoretically clear the way for the dinar to once again become a freely traded currency that can be bought and sold at any bank or exchange service, just like other major world currencies. This scenario of a reinstated dinar that becomes easily tradable on the global forex markets is essentially the holy grail that dinar investors and/or those who believe the dinar is massively undervalued have been hoping and waiting for over the past couple of decades. Potential dinar revaluation. Of course, the big prize that Pimpy and others are implicitly pointing towards is the potential for a significant revaluation of the dinar's value if and when these restrictions are lifted and Iraq's economy is rebuilt and integrated with the rest of the world. The current dinar exchange rate of around 1,200 IQD to $1 is a tiny fraction of its rate from back in the 1980s before all the wars, sanctions, and economic turmoil essentially rendered it nearly worthless outside of Iraq's borders. Conspiracy theories and speculation have long swirled about whether the Iraqi government could revalue and redenominate the dinar closer to its alleged truer value and historic rate.